Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is the Pink Elf in the Room conversation. And for today, what we will be talking about is astral projection, lucid dreaming, and the understanding of both dreaming and sleeping. Hold on just a sec, you guys. Okay. So let's simply begin with just a simple talk about these things. What are all these things that we're discussing for today? We're going to be discussing about, of course, astral projection for one. And what is that exactly? Astral projection is an out of body experience. You experience yourself outside what you call your body. Technically though, you're doing this every day. But let's begin simply with this. When you have an out of body experience, you can visit what you see as maybe through fear, shadow beings. You could visit, in a sense, through understanding the fourth, the fifth, etc. dimension. You can actually see the physical outside of your body entirely. It's, hold on just a sec. It's simply up to you on what you feel in self that pretty much drives you toward where you desire. Lucid dreaming. Think of it being within self. You are, in a sense, being the creator. In a sense, you are creating what you decide within self. When you create that, you can even do this outside of self. But when you're in self, of course, you're constantly creating these dreams and stories that lead you to wherever you enjoy yourself as you sleep. And as for sleep and dreaming, what we will be talking about is why you go out of your body. So we're gonna begin with simply what exactly happens when you astral project. When you astral project out of the body, usually, in a sense, for many people, their they might see themselves floating above their body, seeing their body just lying there as they're outside of the body. However, you can see, of course, not just your body at first. Well, of course, at first you're going to see your body, but you will be seeing outside the physical world and everything that's going on around it, perhaps even in the universe itself. I've met people who've had experiences where they've actually gone outside the entire planet itself and seen things that are surprisingly outside, knowing that, for example, that you do have several neighboring species that you have no idea about. But that we will save for another time. But you are constantly creating, designing, and understanding at a flick of a thought what you desire or create that leads you to that that leads you to where you choose in life, or I'm sorry, where you choose in your dreams. Wherever you go, you create that method. When you are astral projecting, for example, out of fear, you bring in energy that is negative, that makes you feel as though you are being harmed in a sense. And of course, it can harm you in a sense, especially in this physical body. But if you think of positive things, you'll bring that towards you as you sleep. It's what you feel in yourself. And that's why constant, constant understanding of self, eating, health, your exercise, your mind with meditation, taking care of yourself out shows you how to control your emotions and understanding of your feelings because what you feel, then you create in the astral realms. So, the question is, what do you choose? There are several methods, of course, to astral project. I'm not going to go over any of those as of now. I'm just getting into the nitty gritty of this. But there are several ways you can look them up and everything else. I'll make one later if you guys desire that or whatnot. I will make another one of that. Um, but understand that whatever you create in that realm is due to whatever you feel inside self, or you desire to understand in a sense that allows you to create that. But now, for lucid dreaming is within self. When you get an understanding of self and you start to slowly see things going on around you, because in your dreams you might just kind of go through it like someone driving on the road and just leave it at that. You won't, how do you say, you won't pay attention or observe everything. And that's why for many people who've lucid dreams, they might create something within a dream that helps them remember they're in a dream. This, of course, is inside self that you're creating in a sense. As you're creating this and you understand the little dream you create, then you can easily create things because you're remembering what you're choosing in your lucid sleep. Now, for the next thing that I did want to talk about real quick, sleeping and dreaming. Now, why do you astral project? Why do you, in a sense, lucid dream or create that factor of what you can do? The reason, for example, you were meant to sleep in the first place, right? Why is that? You were meant to sleep so that this body, it's not so this body could rest. You probably think that because that's, of course, how our world works in a sense. But you have to remember that you are actually the soul, not this body at all. This body is merely a tool for you to create what you desire in this realm, in this world. So, your soul needs rest from this body. So it will split itself from the body so it can relax and rest. So you can think of it as the body is just recharging with a battery, and the thing within the body is leaving because of the fact that its suit needs charging. And that's how your body actually works in a sense to push you forward each and every day. And the reason why you rest, the reason why you take time to sleep, and so on. But out of all of this, one way or another, for the people out there that are trying to understand self or parts of who you are, take time to meditate. Take time to create those thoughts within your mind of what you choose. Be still. Um, Remember who you are. The other reason why you do any of those, by the way, is because sometimes while you sleep, you can time travel, you create, you design, and you might not remember this because, of course, you're going back in the body, and the goal of the body was for you to forget. Outside of the body, when you're outside of this and you are who you truly are, which is your soul, you'll stop worrying about those things. You'll remember everything for what it is, and so on and so forth. You won't be bothered by everything. But that is why you're constantly creating. When you astral project, you go to different places, and maybe you do remember, but maybe you don't remember. It all depends on how you go about it. For example, for me, in my experience, what helped me remember is as soon as I get up, I would write down what I remember as I slept. And it helps me understand, in a sense, maybe something that you're trying to create, maybe a situation you're dealing with, maybe it's just understanding to grow or evolve self. It all depends on you, and it depends on how you decide to go about whatever you choose or decide in this world. Period. If you decide to understand meditation, maybe you're having frustration with um, staying still or silencing the mind in a sense. Maybe you need help with that. Maybe you need understanding of self to grow that, or understanding of self, better yet, because lucid dreaming is understanding of self. It's what you desire to create. It's the funness within who you truly are, the stories you create within self, even as you sleep. But you may find things that might help you decide or create whatever you desire. There's no right or wrong way of any of this, but this is just one piece of many ways that can help you find or design whatever you create one way or another. But understand that in conclusion, you can create all of this when you lucid dream, when you are astral projection or anything. You may feel you have no control of it, but you do, and you just have to understand that you are going through those things, or that you had an out of body experience, and do what you can to remember those things. Write it down if that helps you. Record it if that helps you. If you are good with memory, then no worries, you'll remember. But just know that you are beautiful, you are magnificent, you are divine, you are amazing. You are the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. So, to everybody out there, I would like to say have a good morning, a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. To everybody, peace and namaste.